It's like someone who, years ago, pushed down their feelings when they were hurt or disturbed. They never dealt with it, and now they can't seem to build long-lasting, healthy relationships. They wonder why everything feels off, but the truth is that unresolved disturbance is still there, deep down, causing undercurrents in their life. So you don't want to push these things down, but you also don't have to get totally wrapped up in them. That's the key. What you can do instead is shift your awareness. If you can focus your attention on something else, anything positive or neutral, it can be really helpful. Now, this doesn't mean the problem is magically solved. The disturbance is still there, but you're giving yourself some breathing room. You're not reacting impulsively or making decisions based on how upset you feel in the moment. What I've found, and you'll probably notice too, is that when you remind yourself that you're the one watching this disturbance, it somehow becomes easier to live with. Even if you don't fully understand how it works, stepping back creates some space, and over time, the disturbance gets quieter. And sometimes, if you're able to pull yourself back far enough, you might even find a sense of peace, maybe even a feeling of beauty inside. Instead of being stuck in the middle of all that chaos, you've moved back to a calmer, nicer part of yourself, where the disturbance isn't the focus anymore. All of these are good, healthy techniques for dealing with a disturbed mind. But in the end, no matter what you do, the disturbance won't truly go away until you get to the root of why it's there in the first place. You have to look inside and figure out what you've been holding on to from the past that's causing you to react this way. Something happened outside of you, or maybe it was a thought in your head, but it triggered something deep inside that created all this chaos. Now, here's what you'll find out. It's the same thing I've always talked about. You've built a whole structure inside yourself, and it's called your ego. This structure is made up of all your past experiences, and it shapes how you react to life today. For example, when you were younger, you had an experience that made you feel really good, and now you want that feeling again. That's like laying down one brick. Then, you had an experience that you didn't like, and you don't want that to happen again. That's another brick. Over time, you've gathered all these experiences, some that felt good, some that felt bad, and built this wall of bricks. And you might not even realize you're doing it. You don't worry about the neutral things like the white lines on the road, unless you were the person who had to paint those lines. If you were, and you messed up once, maybe now every time you see those white lines, it bothers you. You remember your experience and it stays with you. That one small thing has now become part of the structure you've built inside yourself.